up, people? Welcome back to the dungeon for another unboxing video. I've decided to collect some of my childhood. What's new, right? But when I was a teenager, early teens, I had a Gamepro magazine subscription. I did that. It was a once-a-month subscription. You'd get a magazine. And I did that for probably 5 years or so. So I'm going back and I'm trying to basically recollect those years. And I found several of them on eBay a little while back. We're going to open these up and check them out. And here we go. First things first. Gotta do it. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have September 1997. We've got Castlevania Symphony of the Night, NFL Blitz, GoldenEye 007. I don't even know what that is. I'm sure it's lame. But yeah, these things are basically like, if you're a gamer, these things are essentially like time machines. And these are in very good condition, considering they're like, this one's almost 30 years old. The pages look good. There's no rips or tears. Very good quality. The consoles of the time were, oh, there's that Symphony of the Night. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that. It's probably some like super low budget indie title that kind of flew under the radar. I doubt it was any good. But platforms of the time were E3. What's that? I'm sure it's lame. Never heard of it. Let's see what we got here. We got some Nintendo 64. The little Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know what that is. And we have some PlayStation 1 with a Star Wars fighting game. Got some Windows 95. We've got some Sega Saturn. This was a really, really interesting time in gaming. This was when we started seeing all the CD-driven consoles. We started getting a lot of 3D graphics. They weren't great. They weren't good graphics, but they were 3D. Just characters that consisted of like 6 polygons, like haphazardly glued together. And we were like, whoa! It looks like a real person! And then the 64 showed up, and you started getting stuff like this right here. It was just very, very flat and blurry, and but I mean, when you go from 2D side-scrolling Mario to that, it's mind-blowing. There's this horrible pitchfork controller that I have such a warm place in my heart for, no matter how terrible it was. But alright. Here we've got January of 1998. We've got some Mortal Kombat 4 on the cover. We still got that, still heavily focused on the early 32-bit CD-driven consoles, PlayStation, Saturn, 64, and PC were kind of the headliners of those years. And May of 2000. This is around about the time that I canceled my subscription. It was toward the end of high school for me. I was hanging out with friends. I was starting to, have a love life, and was kind of out there in the real world, living life, and I kind of bowed out of the gaming scene for a little while. It was around about the same time that the WWF and WCW wrestling organizations merged into what we now have as the WWE. I was dialed into that scene during the Monday Night Wars, back when it was two separate organizations and you had to kind of flip-flop back and forth between TNT and USA to try and, like, when there was a commercial break for one, you hop over to the other. You know what I'm talking about. Anywho, GamePro magazine. It was a thing that I did. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for stopping by and watching this. I super appreciate you. And as always, if you want to hang out for just a second when this video is over, there's gonna be some thumbnails pop up in the corners of the screen. There's gonna be some other stuff that I do. If you want to check any of that out, it'll be right there for you. Started doing a vlog recently, having fun with that. If you're into podcasts and such, you might check that out. Come back and join me next time. And until then, we'll catch you later.